Be the rose between the thorns in your life. You are the sky. Everything else is just the weather. Pema Chodron. I love Pema Chodron because she helped me so much in my earlier years when I was really traumatized and taught me many different things that are really wonderful. But today I'm going to talk about what happens during the holidays. Listen, does this apply to you? The holidays arrive dressed in sparkle and expectation. They promise joy, connection, and magic, but quietly deliver pressure, obligation, and exhaustion. Suddenly, your calendar fills, your nervous system tightens, and somewhere between the gift lists and emotional caretaking, you feel yourself disappearing. Have you ever been there? You want everything to be beautiful. You want everyone to feel loved and seen, heard, and healed. You've carried wounds that weren't yours for years. So, what's one more season of overgiving? Except this time it feels heavy, crushing even. So, what does it feel like to feel the thorns in the garden on a December day? Here's Janine's story. That's not her real name. Janine stood in her kitchen, wrapped in a shawl thicker than the warmth she felt inside. Frost traced the window panes like delicate lace. Pine from a holiday wreath mingled with citrus from her simmer pot, but nothing reached her heart. Mom, can you bake gingerbread cookies and bring treats to my class party? Her daughter pleaded. A text buzzed from a friend. Holiday brunch this Saturday. RSVP soon. Her telephone rang. Her aging mother reminded her, don't forget my gift. And behind it all, the loudest voice of all whispered relentlessly, do more, be perfect, fix everything. December, the month of sparkle and joy, had become a garden overgrown with obligation. As Janine moved from task to task, she felt less like a woman in bloom and more like a frantic gardener lost among the thorns. What every woman needs to know about being the rose among the thorns. Here's the truth most women were never taught. When you give from an empty cup, especially through people pleasing, you lose your fragrance. Research shows that nearly 25% of women in high empathy roles experience caregiving burnout, often leading to anxiety, chronic physical illness, emotional exhaustion, and spiritual disconnection. When we don't pull the weeds of over-responsibility and guilt, resentment quietly takes root. So does self-doubt. Janine reached her breaking point one quiet evening. As the oven timer dinged, her final batch of cookies was ready to come out of the oven, the phone rang. Her mother's voice cut through the air. Why aren't you at church tonight? Everyone's singing. You promised. Janine froze. Church was once her sanctuary, the place where she went to breathe, to feel God, to remember herself. Tears welled up as she silently asked, what happened to me? The next morning, as she adjusted the wreath on her door, a single rose petal fell into her palm, soft, pale, and still. It felt like a whisper. You still exist. Imagine your world as an inner garden. That's the way to go from weeds to wildflowers and create an inner sanctuary. The thorns are guilt, anxiety, overfunctioning, and the voices that say, you have to do this and you have to do that. The weeds are people-pleasing patterns that grow unchecked, stealing your light. The rose is who you are when you tend to yourself, grounded, radiant, and resilient. When the soil of your soul is neglected, chaos thrives. But when you nurture your roots with intention and compassion, your true nature blooms, no matter the season. Here are 3 ways that Janine nurtured her inner rose, and you can too. Number 1, patience over perfection. Each morning, Janine began with 5 slow, deep breaths. No fixing, no lists, just presence. Her affirmation was, I am allowed to be at peace before I do what I need to do. Clear, loving boundaries. To her daughter, she said, I'll bake cookies and we'll decorate them together. To her friend, she said, yes to brunch, and I'll leave by noon. Boundaries don't reject, they protect. They help you respect yourself. Creating a safe inner refuge. When anxiety surged, she imagined a golden sunrise over still water. She felt it in her chest. This somatic anchoring helped her nervous system to reset, restoring calm from the inside out. Here are 3 common mistakes women make and gentle truths to replace them. Mistake number 1, waiting until you collapse to pause. But the truth is, even roses rest. Renewal is not earned. It's not necessary. But renewal is necessary. Mistake number 2, believing self-care is selfish. But the truth is, your loved ones need your wholeness, not your depletion. Mistake number 3, thinking grace must be deserved. But the truth is, grace meets you the moment you soften. Perfection is not required. Now, I have a few questions for you. Do you move so fast that you lose your breath? Do you try to fix others while neglecting your own peace? When was the last time you simply stopped to smell the roses? You deserve to be the rose. You're not a human doing. You are a presence. Your stress, overwhelm, and people-pleasing are not failures. They are signals calling you home. You can transform your inner garden. You can bloom despite trauma, guilt, or years of overgiving. You don't have to do it alone. If this speaks to your heart, let this be your invitation to pause, to pull a few weeds, to tend to your soul with care. Let's connect and share our experience, strength, and hope. Women, join our free private Facebook group, Triumph Over Trauma, Sacred Feminine Community. Healing happens faster and with more joy when women gather in truth, compassion, and shared understanding. You are the rose. The thorns were never the truth of who you are. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your being here, and we need to just help each other and work together. So please share and like my YouTube video and share with a girlfriend that you think might need this message also. All right, take care.